Hey guys, hello and welcome once more, TonyBing again here. For today's team up video we'll be looking at Quake. Now she was released at the same time as the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider team up, and they both do look absolutely fantastic. So let's get called in and we can see these skills. Straight away our basic ranged attack actually looks really nice as well, so that's a good start there. So the first skill we'll look at is Tremors. Physical damage dot, and the channel time is 3.2 seconds with a cooldown of 12 seconds. Now tied into Tremors you have Aftershocks, so if we put full points into this, what it does, it increases the tremor duration for 3 seconds. Now if we look at the actual tooltip for Tremors, it says that the channel time is 6 seconds. That would be a big no-no. We don't want to team up channeling for 6 seconds. However, when we activate the skill, she will still only channel for 3 seconds and the dot will remain for 6. So let's see that in action. There's a channel, 3 seconds, and the dot remains. So thankfully it salvages that, because as I say, a 6 second channel is not a move you're wanting on your team up. If you have that, you're teleporting about, you'd be losing them all the time there. So the next skill on, we have Focus Barrage, which is physical damage twice per second, 16,000 with a full 15 points. It goes up to 32,000, which is quite nice without gear. It's another channeled skill, 2.5 seconds and a cooldown time of 10 seconds. This is a really nice looking one. Looks like a jacked up version of her basic, but it does look nice. Next attack we have is Shockwave. It's physical damage, 4-second cooldown. All looks simple enough. However, if we look at the faulty footing, which is tied in with Shockwave, and we put the full points into it, we have a 62% slow, we have weaken, and we have a duration of 3.9 seconds, and Shockwave cooldown is only 4 seconds, so that's great. You're looking at potentially close to 100% uptime on a huge slow and a weaken from that, so that's really nice. Let's watch it one more time. There we go, nice. So next up we have Procession Strike, physical damage, stun duration 1.5 seconds and cooldown of 6 seconds, and tied into that is Rattled, which adds a dot component to it. We'll activate this. Pretty underwhelming looking, that skill, compared to our others. This next skill however will make up for it. We've got our signature magnitude 10, so it's physical damage for 4 hits, then she crashes down and does another damage packet, a hard hitting one. There we go, up she goes, down she slams. Looks fantastic, and that skill alone makes me want to have her as a playable hero one day. I would love to run about just smashing mobs with that would be great fun. So what I'll do, I'm not the best at maths, but the build I've come up with here that seems to be working for me, I'll put points in it, show it off. By and large the points are going into the hard hitting skills with the Sig and Tremors. However, as we mentioned earlier on, we are wanting to put points also into the faulty footing there for the 100% uptime on the slow and the weaken. That's messed up just at the end there. Precision Strike, you do want to have 11 points into it, and you want to put 1 point into Rattled for the dot component as well there. I don't want to reset everything, it's easily to explain that, so just make sure 11 here and 1 here. So we'll let all these skills fire off here. There's a signature again, lovely. And onto the passive side of things, you've got Trembling Earth, so it's damage rating 300 to damage over time powers, crit hit rating 150 for 8 seconds when using a damage over time power. Very situational, but if you're using a hero that uses a lot of dots, then 300 damage rating and 150 crit hit rating is certainly a nice amount to gain. Now for the benefit we'll team up is away skills. She only has 2, so what we'll do, we'll reset these and I'll put the points into the build I'd be using if I had her on passive mode. So it's full points into both of these hard hitting skills. Then we put 1 into each of these. We'll put 6 into here. And what that does is it gives us a nice round 10% chance to hit these 2 skills, and then the remaining points pull both of these up to 9. There we go. So that's the setup I'd be using if I did have her on passive mode, because she can be a good team up in both. Personally I prefer active because the animations look great, and that signature's just, it's just awesome fun when she's running about in Midtown slamming into enemies and using that. So hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. Please feel free to share, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon.